So this is my just short introduction, to say these things. I was talking this all the time, Um, here we met many times. I was here in the country last for over 40 years. And then many we have met, we discuss about these teachings. Look at under our mind, there's, everybody knows that practice of loving kindness, just loving kindness. There may be some, we may have some, we should say, misunderstanding of love and attachment. Here, our practice of love is absence of the attachment. As I desire for peace and happiness, so this is my innate born. It's not just I created. As long as when I function, this is within me. I'm doing things how to bring peace and happiness to myself. Even when I eat breakfast or lunch, how I should enjoy my breakfast to have some peace, happiness. So see, this kind of mind is not just only human beings, even the animals, as you see, even the insects, even the birds. It's inborn. But then there comes, which against that, which brings the suffering, which I don't want. I don't want the suffering, but it comes. And I'm working how to get rid of my suffering. And I'm doing all the right thing. It's because of you I'm suffering. So we have to have somebody to blame outside of me instead of realizing within myself. And then you see these things. So look at when somebody irritates me, at that time, if I practice, that person also desire, want to have peace and happiness, like myself. Wanting to have peace and happiness, in that level, there's no difference. No difference at all. Even that person brings me suffering, that because of his ignorance, his delusion. So instead of I bring in my mind, aversion, dislike, I just replace by love. I wish that person have all the peace and happiness. Just bring in the mind, just not just intellectually. Just bring in the mind. I wish that person have all the peace and happiness. So now look at how much it makes the difference. As soon as you bring that thought, wishing that person to have all the peace and happiness, all your aversion, dislike, malicious thought just exist nowhere. It exists nowhere. And your mind is totally peace. So happiness is the flavor of that peace. When you have that kind of peace there, then you see, you feel so opened. Your mind becomes so, it's called spacious. So they are called space. There's a two space, outer space, yeah, and the inner space. So this is we're talking about the inner space. When you have that kind of mind, then your mind becomes very spacious, relax. And then nobody bothers you. See, if there's some problems comes there, oh, it's okay, you know. So there's a lot of space in your mind to, you know, any nothing bothers you. So that's the mind. You see, as I'm talking about the mind. We instead of focusing outside so much to fixing outside so much, we just fix inside more. And from there, you can share this experience to others. It's, as I mentioned, this is not a religion. We are talking about how to believe, what to believe, this and that, this difference, this is the difference. Here just we're talking inner, your individuals. We all have a different clothes. I'm wearing this rough clothes, these things. But in the mind, we have no any difference. See, no difference, desire to have peace and happiness. As I mentioned, even the insects, birds, animals, we human beings have more opportunity because we have a mental power. Our mind is kind of, can have understanding of more ability, more opportunity. So we should use that ability, to first you get yourself get the benefit from this. We don't have to go to anywhere. We just reflect that where you are, at your kitchen, living room, outside, inside your house, while you're driving. Bring this in the mind and then reflect on this. And we can also call meditation, basically reflect on this, maintain that state. And then we have to try to get used to this. See. Then on the other hand, when the mind is occupied by resentment, anger, attachment, desire, all this, then there's no peace. See, we can talk so much about the philosophies, wonderful philosophies, and that philosophy, all these chakras and channels, all we can talk about all these wonderful things. But inside mind, we don't have enough benefit within. So look at this. So avoiding all the non-virtues. As you know, they are called 10 non-virtues. And you're free from these 10 virtues. Keep the 5 precepts. You see, one becomes a decent person. Decent person on the sense of have more understanding oneself and others. and practicing, collecting, the avoiding the cause of suffering, 10 non-virtues. These are just rough idea, and engaging in the 10 virtues. This is the talk over 2,600 years ago. Still is so relevant. Some people think these are not so relevant. They think avoiding non-virtues, practicing the 10 virtues are there's outdated. Some people think that, if we treat as it is outdated, then we are looking for problems. So outer all these developments, all things, of course, we all need that, but we need inner more developed. There are so many wonderful philosophies out there. Wow, as you know, there are so many books are written, translated. Many wonderful philosophies are there. But if you don't have that kind of simple practice within us, then see, a lot of these days, because of the sophisticated technologies, smartphones, all this, and then there's social medias, one after another, so wonderful things coming. You become restless, to watching all this smartphone. And many of young people that suicide. There's so many information outside, and they feel they cannot kind of digest how I can cope with this. See, it's all made from the mind, but then the information goes everywhere because of the technologies. Something happens in Asia, very remote places, comes here in 1 minute. We cannot hide, So in that, we just look at everything is impermanent, transitory nature. Everything is changing. And the changing is not just a gross changing. So we know that we are born, one day we'll die. So this is the kind of way it's going to gross way of thinking. One day I will die. But changing is every moment, every second changing, like taking breath. You breathe in, out, in, out. Every moment you are breathing, this look at the changing. Look at our mind. How many thoughts are coming? Every second is changing. This called impermanent. So look at this all impermanent nature. Then you say, past is past, not here now. Future is not yet here. And this moment is just every second changing. Every second changing. Here you see, because everything is changing, the beautiful flower becomes rotten. It's changing every second. So look at this and let go. Release, because grasping, holding on that doesn't solve the problem. I'm so happy now, I want to hold on this. And then it disappears and it makes you disappointment. I'm so disappointed, these things happen. So these are first very important to reflect and put into practice. And then try to help the whole society in the world, we are this social animal. We live in the society. So because we are living in such a society, first we just how to bring ourselves and put in the right place, and from there then you can change others. Yeah, we are not changing of their belief systems, but changing how to bring the cause for peace and happiness, and how to avoid the cause of suffering in our day-to-day life, because there's no alternative. See, if there is any alternative, of course we should try that, but it's in reality it's not. So universally, how everything constitutes, everything is functioning. It's all in the interdependent nature, which was that the Nargajuna's quotation. Here he said, Nagarjuna said one here. It is in his letter to his friend. Within the treasury of Buddha's words, there is none so precious, so profound as this. And those who see that things dependently arise, do see the Buddha, perfect knower of the truth. See, when you know about the dependent nature, everything depends. Nothing, as mentioned, nothing constitutes independently. Like our body, first of all, the four elements. These four elements are very contradictory. The air is so light, the earth is so heavy, the fire is hot, the water is cold, but they have to exist together. When these four elements are together, harmonized, we call I'm healthy. So that's what the doctors that they teach you how to eat to exist, evenly. If you are eating too much, the earth element becomes very heavy, strong. If you don't eat too much, you become so light. If the temperature is so high, the hot temperature is high, it becomes so hot, and as well the cold. So all the four elements have to bring together. And in reality, as I mentioned, they are so contradictory each other. So how they can exist together? But somehow we have that. So what to eat, what not to eat is relatively, and especially the mind, you see. When your mind is the right place, good place, your health is better, more relaxed. You see, when your mind is more relaxed, then health is more relaxed. So, like the practice of mention, practice of just a loving kindness, just I gave the example one. When you have that, it heals your mind, it heals your body. This is nothing to the spiritual. It's the reality nature. Everybody requires about this. And then you appreciate, you see. From there, you see, you ask if everybody is happy. No, there are so many are suffering in the world. Mentally suffering, physically suffering, mentally suffering, all the emotions. mental afflictions, no? And physically, there's no enough food, clothes, and some are sick. All this you see. So there you practice the compassion. Just in the mind, so I wish everybody free from all the suffering and the causes of suffering. Just bring that in your heart. Especially those individuals who hate you, who kind of makes you miserable. Those individuals, you do, of course, what you can to free, to understand that person too. You can do, but practically for yourself, not to suffer yourself. Get rid of all these mental afflictions, and then wish that individuals and all have all are free from the suffering, the actual experience of the suffering and the cause of the suffering. Just you wish, you just meditate, relax. As I mentioned, wherever you are, in the shrine room or in your office, wherever you are, you just relax your mind there. Take just few moments and take a deep breath yourself, and then just remind this, and that will make big difference in our life. As I mentioned, this is not just a spiritual thing. Some people think practice of love and compassion is something spiritual, all this, something special. It's nothing special. But we need all those things. But people don't know how important they are. People don't know the importance of the mind. These days, the science is so advanced. Now you have heard of this artificial intelligence. So we'll do something. Oh, so there's some people are afraid of that. Some people are looking forward. There's artificial intelligence can do a lot of things, and then there's a lot of solutions can be happening. And some people say, "Oh no, I don't want that." But it's still that is created your mind. As mentioned, mind is not easy because mind has no color to see. Mind has no something matter to touch. You can touch like this paper. You can touch pebble. You can touch cloth, all these things, but you cannot touch your mind by hand. You cannot see your mind by eyes. There's no color. There's no shape. So the mind and this matters are two different. The mind is consciousness, awareness, and these all things called matter. So brain is the matter. As I mentioned before many times, mind works in the brain. So brain is the office for the mind. Mind comes in the brain and then works from that office. So sometimes we say the brain is the mind. We say that, but you can see mind is little more than brain. It's very clear. And then when the mind comes down in your heart, as mentioned, practice of love and compassion, when the mind comes to the heart, then the mind is at home, relaxing. See, so we should understand the brain is the mind's office, and the heart is the mind's home. So bring your mind at the heart, practice love, compassion, and bodhicitta, the mind of enlightenment. Um, so our study of this precious teaching, especially practice, we should understand that it's not just for this life, not just for today. We should understand how to free from the vicious cycle of the confusion. Otherwise, there's no solution of the suffering, no matter how much you do, no matter how much is developed. Everything's impermanent. Go up and come down. Like tree, a big giant tree, grows so high, so big, but after some time, the tree falls on the ground. So the final solution for all the suffering is called enlightenment, as you know, awakened mind. In other words, when all the mental afflictions, when they are taken care of, where they exist nowhere, as mentioned. When it's just simple as mentioned, when you have this practice of loving kindness to all the sentient beings, nothing but only love and compassion in that mind, then all these delusions exist nowhere. They are coming back because our habit, we're so habituated in these mental afflictions, like the ego, the self-cherishing. The self-cherishing is so ingrained within us. It's so pernicious, you know, so ingrained within us. It just keep coming back. You know, intellectually, how you prove that they are not exist anywhere, neither outside of the body, nor inside of the body, nor in a part of the body, anywhere. This self-cherishing, the ego is exist. But still, cherishing ego is so powerful. It's very difficult to get rid of. That's why bodhicitta comes from that. Bodhicitta is, to comprehend the self-cherishing, say, practice this loving kindness, compassion, enlightenment mind to all the sentient beings. I will work now. I will work for the benefit of all sentient beings. Wherever there's more suffering, I will work more, meditate more, practice more in the mind. Before physically we go there, first mentally prepared. It's very important, first mentally prepared. Meditate, get used to it. Then when we are mentally more prepared, well prepared, we are more equipped to help others. Because first we got to help. First we need help ourselves. So much. Still, like say myself, I'm practicing these things, relatively, here and there. Still, my self-cherishing is very strong. Difficult to get rid of, Sometimes when there comes my self-cherishing manifests, then I see. And how much I'm limited, So it's just lifetime practice. It's not just go to 3-year retreat and enlightened, Sometimes we think go to 3 year retreat is so much, and this is too much. It's just, people think that, but 3 year retreat is nothing. It's a lifetime. That's why look at the Milareva's life story. You see, very good example. Everybody knows, Milareva's how he practiced, and then it's over 10,000 years pass. Still, we are talking about Milarepa. How much benefit he brought to us in the world. And his life stories are translated over 30 different languages. And people reading his life story, they're contemplating, and then say, Milarepa did this, Milarepa said this. So it's so precious. These are not just a religion. This is not just a Buddhism. It's a universal requirement. So everybody has responsibility how to do these things, practice this. Okay. I'm not lecturing, no. I'm sharing, as a friend. I'm one of your friend. So please understand that so he's lecturing so much, lecturer. I'm not a lecturer. I'm a poor monk, who try to survive. Okay. You have any questions? Anybody here also? And from Zoom?
I have a question, Rinpoche. I have a
Yes.
question.
Yes.
You spoke about how we often hear that, like that nirvana or the nature of mind is unbounded and uncontained. But then you said also some samsara, or I guess conceptual thought, I don't know, also is like that too. That was really, I never heard that before exactly like that. Like that it's sort of unending. Like that. Maybe you could talk about that a little bit more. Do you know we said that a little bit earlier?
Yeah, I said earlier, see,
Yeah.
how to end, try to cease to try to cease to not exist these mental afflictions.
Yeah.
Blessed by the wisdom. As I mentioned, when you face certain difficulties with the different people, and then you don't know what to know, then you are angry, you are upset, I'm not happy, this person has done this person done that, and you're just ingrained all these confusion thoughts, and what to do, what not to do, all this. Just that moment, as mentioned, regardless what that person done to you, but your mind just replaced by love. It doesn't mean you accept his mistake, but for your own benefit, in your mind, just say this person is confused. This person is disoriented within the confusion and all the negative thoughts. So that he or she is expressing that, and that person is suffering so much. That person desire for peace and happiness, but doesn't know how to do that. So here I am, understanding that. So I wish that person have all the peace. and happiness, including everybody in the world, no? Everybody in the world, including animals, insects. Everyone has that kind of mind to have peace and happiness, love. That's called loving kindness. You see? So that's nirvana. See? So there, all these mental afflictions are emptiness, not exist there. So that's called form is emptiness, means form that nature itself is nothing but empty. But we don't realize that. We are grasping, holding on, grasping, holding, fixated. That's what's called samsara. So this estimation is not something a spiritual thing. Some spiritual person should do this. No, I'm not a person who can do this. Actually, everybody requires to do this because everybody desire for peace and happiness. Like, look at the business people, how much they are working. The business people are working so hard to have better life. The politicians are working so hard for their better life. The farmers are working hard for their better life. But they all are limited, you see. They find something, but they don't get everything. So this is the way for the solution. So when you realize all these mental afflictions are non-exist, they are non-existent. This is called enlightened mind. You see, that's why I call all this mental affliction, the kleshas, are adventitious of creation. They are not permanent. See, our pure mind is within us, that which we desire for peace and happiness is called effulgence. Clear light is there. But through these methods, practices, it can be comprehend, see it through this kind of practice, you see. But it requires your interest, your devotion. Say, yes, I want to do this, follow this, get rid of all the adventitious obscurations. You see, these are just adventitious, it's just what's called manifestation. It is just reflection. And we need, as mentioned, a nerve to continue until they are totally not exist. Okay, everyone is getting something.
Hi, I have a question, if I may,
Yes.
Cheryl, right here. Do you see me?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe I missed this on your last explanation, but did you to clarify, is you saying that the relative level is emptiness? It's the ultimate, it's the relative, it's all kind of the same thing, and therefore on the relative level, that's limitless because it's all part of an empty, luminous mind.
Yes. Yes, it's called non-duality.
So it all, even though we live in the relative
Yes,
level, that's unlimited.
they're unlimited.
It's also unlimited.
Relative level is unlimited either.
Okay. Okay. It's all the same mind. Right?
What do you mean, same mind?
It's all emptiness,
But not emptiness.
but not nothing.
That's why it's called inexpressible, beyond expression. So that's why you have to practice yourself. Nobody can bestow you this, you take it, get it, because it is within you. So you yourself have to have the nerve, courage to discard the adventitious obscuration.
The saying of don't ponder others. I think a lot of times now, Gord and I were cutting the tree down yesterday, we're pondering political situation, it's just like, you just gotta drop it and just drop into loving kindness and compassion instead, that's the decision.
As I mentioned, everyone has a limited love and compassion in the samsara. Even small insect. I mentioned before, the birds, how the bird hatches their egg. The fish, look at, how much they take care of their offspring. Everyone has love and compassion. From limited way, that's how they survive. Nobody can survive within the hatred. Cannot survive within the hatred, arrogance, confusions, blaming each others, then becomes chaos, you see. So we have to start from our side. We individually take our own responsibility and practice from there. So it's really great opportunity, you see. It's the best time, best opportunity to practice when there's a lot of confusions. When everything's going well, we don't need those things, you see. Just fine, no problem. Just relax. But when things are not going well, then these are the things that we need, isn't it? See, and then so it's called, the Tonglen mind training there, Kienge Changchup Lamdu Gyur. All the negative conditions turn into the path towards enlightenment. One of the best way of the training the mind, Atiresha. Okay, is this good? Anybody here have any questions? No.
Yeah, did you have a question about courage? Courage?
Right. Yeah, I guess, I'm really new to this.
New Year is
and I
okay.
met you,
Okay. Oh,
Bonnie,
yes, Annie, yes.
like queen.
Yes.
And so in reading prayers and things, I was looking for the words courage,
Courage,
and
yeah.
I didn't really find them.
Not there, you don't find that.
When I do, I'm doing very small practices, 10 minutes a day, every day,
Mm,
after I've had coffee and
mm,
cereal. But I won't touch my phone, I won't do anything until I've done that. And for me, I've been trying to I'm meditating about wanting to bring in calmness, awareness,
yes.
but always put out kindness. So whatever I bring in,
Yeah.
the end result is always the same.
Mhm.
And that works for me. And then I can think about, well, why do I want to be aware? Why do I want to be calm? It's because I want to be calm. But I also want to be bringing courage and to say or do the right thing.
Mhm.
And this is more probably about social action.
Yeah, social action.
Yes. And so I am confused about,
Confused. Okay.
I am confused.
Yes.
That's good.
That's good.
It's good.
Yes.
So,
When you realize you are confused,
yes.
very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. When you don't realize you are confused, that's not so good.
Around, wanting to engage in some sort of social action for social,
Yeah.
not doing out of hatred, not doing out of anger,
Yeah.
not doing out of a vendetta, make it even. But I don't really understand how that works about, if there is nothing, if everything is just, impermanent.
Impermanent, yes.
How do I fit that within this notion about that there are things going on in the world which I don't want to be silent about?
Yes.
I want to be courageous and I want to do something
Yeah.
in a kind, open way,
Yes.
but not be silent. And
Yeah.
I don't really quite get how that works.
That's its mission. When you see these things, difficult things you see. Now, as just I mentioned about the causality, this all manifested out of cause that we have created. It doesn't come from without cause or from wrong cause. Just I mentioned, look at it in our mind. When you are angry, the anger is the cause. And that brings the effect in the mind. There's no peace, no happiness. See, your mind becomes so narrow, confined, trapped. So why I'm not so happy, I am upset, I'm not happy, So because it's your anger that within in the mind. See, that anger is not independent. It's also from other conditions, lot of other conditions, So this mission interdependent, interconnected is so important to know. Nothing is independent. Like I say, generally, when you are peace, there's no reason to be upset. There's no reason to be unhappy about it. But when you feel upset, when you feel unhappy, because the reason, you look at the mind. Why I'm so unhappy? So this is my mental affliction. That mental afflictions come from where? Because the outside, this condition, that conditions. You see? So everything is just reflection of the cause. Let's just, for example, look at the battle. You look at milk. So where the butter come from? Butter is come from milk, isn't it? Now you ask if this milk is the butter, you say no, this is milk. And I say no, it's butter. It is a butter because the butter comes from that. No, say no, this we don't call this is butter. We call this is milk. Then butter, look at the butter. Is the butter is the milk? No, this butter is not milk. And I say, no, because without milk, there's no butter. No, yeah, they're two different. Look at this, you see. But without the milk, there's no butter. The butter is not milk. So there's interdependent. Oh, this dimension is inconceivable. So that's why here I read this Nargajuna's quotation. You see, within the treasury of Buddha's words, there's none so precious, so profound as this. And those who see that thing is now that is dependently arise. See, everything rise from the dependent. Dependently rising, everything. See, it's not a Buddhist belief, religion, which is some kind of religion belief, but it's reality nature. But we don't know that, So they rise. Do see, arise. Do see the Buddha, perfect knower of the truth. So one who knows about it dependently rise, then that person has seen the Buddha. So Buddha is not something out there, some pictures or statues. But Buddha is the wisdom that who knows that. That's called wisdom.
So I truly believe in independence.
Yeah.
And I include plants, trees.
Yes.
So
you know that,
right?
You see.
So, still I'm struggling with. I hear what you're saying.
Yes.
Still I'm struggling with though. Let's be specific. Let's say that I have someone in my life
Yeah.
who is an immigrant, whose family is now going to be picked up, imprisoned, and sent away.
Yes.
Let's say that I could do something.
That also
is self-cherishing.
Yes.
I think I have something to offer here
Yeah.
to do it.
Mm.
I am just my sort of heart.
Yes.
Not just my brain. I liked your thing, and I'm thinking, well, maybe my stomach is the food court.
It was in your food was. Yes. You just take out, finish, Yeah, food poisoning, yes. So, yeah.
Office and home, but but in my home,
Yes.
I am suffering.
Suffering, yes.
I am indeed suffering
Yes.
because of my perception, my mind's perception, that what is happening to this person and their family is a cause. They're suffering, and there are things that might be done. Even if I can't help them, I can't be silent.
Yes.
I need to say, this isn't okay.
Yes.
Sometimes it takes.
Yeah, that does it. Yeah, I understand.
I think, okay, well, I'm bowing and self-cherishing here. I'm like,
Yeah.
all this. But I'm like, we are all interdependent, and what happens to other people, that happens to me. And
Yes.
the world.
Mhm.
So can I go out and say something?
Oh, that of course.
Okay,
You say things, but out of love,
yes,
out of compassion, out of wisdom. That means it's for your own benefit. You see, for your own, because you keep peace in yourself. Then you have more wisdom to express. If you have involved all these mental afflictions, then you make a mess. You make a mess others and yourself. You see, when you have your mind, when you kept your mind peace, clear, understanding of the causalities of course, yes. Everything is mentioned. Oh, without that, there's no that. Without right, there's no left. No, it's mentioned all those things. So you have to express what you need to say. You say those things, but at the same time, you reflect yourself. Everything depends on causes and conditions. Without the causes and condition, nothing will manifest. Nothing will come out of blue. You say your farm, you make such a beautiful farm, fertilize all these things, and the rain falls there, and fertilizers there, everything's so good. I wish they will grow a corn. Yeah, I want a corn field. But without the seed, corn will never grow how much you wish. And you complain about this. Why not growing the corn here? I met this farm. The farmland is so beautiful, so wonderful, Why is not growing, So you need the seed. But if you put the seed there, but if there's no water and the ground is not really fertilized, neither this corn will grow. So you see how much you need, just that's called causes and conditions. So when all these causes and conditions, good weather, everything come together, then grows one beautiful corn. Make sense? That's how everything constitutes. People call it Buddhist philosophy, but it's not a Buddhist philosophy. It's the philosophy of the reality nature. But Buddha came to know, realizing that, and explained that. This is how everything constitutes. So that's okay. Make sense? Yeah, you express your thoughts. You say that, But then you understand about all these things. It's not just one condition. It's not just cause. It's not just no. There's many causes. There's many conditions. Just to make a cup of tea. You look at I mentioned before. To just make a cup of tea, you need a straw first. Now to make the straw, how much it needs now? There's so many things needed, isn't it? Then you need a pot, you need water, then you just turn on the heat, and then you need the tea, then you need all this, whatever you want, come to put together, then make one cup of tea. See how many things you need just to make one cup of tea. It's so amazing, Everything's so illusory nature. But when things come together, then everything functions. When every causes and condition come together, you cannot stop. That comes like the glaciers, In Switzerland, there's one big glacier just come out from the mountain and wiped out all the village, washed. See, all those causes and conditions that come together in unstoppable. So you see how amazing that is. So, but look at the mind. The mind is most powerful. All these things are the creation of the mind. The mind created all. Okay. Now,
Chinua,
yes.
may I ask a question?
Okay.
All right. As you know, America is going through a very difficult time.
Yes.
And I have friends who, knowing that I'm a Buddhist practitioner, will
Yes.
say, they say to me, is there any hope? They're definitely, looking for hope. And I tell them, well, what we have to help us is the law of impermanence.
Yes.
This cannot last forever.
Yes.
However, is there something more that I can be telling them? For example, is it simply almost a scientific fact that the earth will periodically go through its degenerate time before it picks up again, and this is something that nobody can really do anything about?
Yes. Now, first of all, you have a big responsibility. You are in that area.
We'll see.
You mean because I'm in Washington?
Yeah, you are the Buddhist, and you have been Buddhist for many years, over
Yes.
40 years.
Yeah, 40, yeah.
You have a big responsibility to handle this.
Well, I know, but I want to make sure I'm telling them the Kenshin law.
Yeah, you have to knock the door.
You're the teacher, I'm the student. I want to know, aside from impermanence, is there any other hope I can offer them?
See, causality. You have to, as I just mentioned, all the causalities.
Right.
That's what I mentioned. Everything comes from the dimension of the causality.
Mhm.
So we created that manifest. Nothing manifests without cause, or from wrong cause, or from incomplete cause. See, so we have to better fix the cause
Mhm.
ourselves individually. First, you take your own responsibility. Then from there you can share to all others the wisdom of that. Now, how to handle all the cause.
Mhm.
If we just if we keep blaming somebody else, then say that doesn't solve the problem.
Kenshin law, I realize that we vote, or some people voted in a
Exactly.
certain way that has created this mess.
It's the
But
majority.
it's so huge now that
Yes.
an individual or even many people have a hard time changing things.
Yes.
So what we're trying to do, like Mark and I,
Yes.
we're trying to be very, very kind, exert ourselves in kindness, compassion to others. But it seems like that's all we can do. We can't overthrow the government.
No, if you want, you cannot. It's called inevitable.
Right.
The inexorable karmic causations.
Yes.
You see? So this is what. Now we're supposed to do this short meditation on Om Ahom, but do we have time? You want to do or not?
Yeah.
Yes,
Want to?
yes.
Okay. There's the three-letter Om Ahom. You see, the white one is Om, Om, and the second one is Ah, red, and the third one is blue, Hum, Om Ahom. It's a body, speech, mind. It represents the enlightened body, speech, and mind. Mm. So that's why we have here first taking refuge. You see, in the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, most excellent. I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. So taking refuge in the Buddha, as just mentioned, Buddha is not just a picture, the statue, the wisdom of the Buddha, who knows everything. Take refuge in that wisdom and compassion, not just wisdom. That from that wisdom, Buddha knowing everything constitutes within the interdependent nature, and people like we are who are suffering so much, and we don't know how to get rid of the suffering. We are keep creating the cause of suffering. There's a saying, people desire to free from suffering, but they chase the suffering. People desire to peace and happiness, but they destroy the peace and happiness as if they were enemies due to ignorance. That's how we are constituted. That's why suffering is coming. So it's a mission, a collective karma, collective cause. Napkin? Yeah. So here's this. For this, we purify ourselves. So take refuge in the wisdom or the enlightened mind. And the Dharma is the teachings of the Buddha, all the teachings that we study, practice Dharma. And the Sangha is the practitioners, those who follows the path. So most excellent. Because we are taking refuge in the wrong place. We take refuge in our ignorance. We take refuge in our ego, our arrogance, our attachment, our aversion. We take refuge in them, and then we just suffer. So we should change from that. Take refuge in the wisdom, enlightened mind, and then Dharma, the teaching that what we study, practice for, and Sangha, the successful practitioners. Says, I take refuge, enlightenment is reached. By the practice of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. All those practices I do, not just for myself. I dedicate for all sentient beings enlightenment. Just give to others. My compassion, not just keep myself, but to give others. My loving kindness is not just for myself, but give to others. You see, sharing to others, universal. So there's calm. May I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. Then here we have this, as I was talking about, may all mother sentient beings, boundless in the sky, have happiness and causes of happiness. So loving kindness. We want peace and happiness, but we don't know what cause of peace and happiness. So here's they may have peace and happiness, but also causes of peace and happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and causes of suffering. See, what is the suffering which we don't want? Then next, what are the causes of suffering? So we have to get rid of all those. May they never be separated from the happiness that's free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. Mind free from attachment, aversion. Pervade our mind, all. So she means, So shall we say this together? Okay. The first, the 3 times. Please repeat, start. Then we say together.
Dharma.
Sangha, most excellent.
Take refuge until enlightenment is reached by the merit of generosity and other good deeds. I attain Buddhahood first.
Take refuge by the merit of speech. Next,
May all
other sentient beings, blessed as the sky, happiness and process. Let them never be separated. All sentient beings, as God, have happiness and causes of happiness. Let them be liberated from suffering, causes of suffering. Let them be never separated from peace, as free from sorrow. Let they rest in equanimity, free from attachment to bullshit. All sentient beings, countless God, happiness and causes of happiness. Okay. Now you visualize this white Om in the center of the crown chakra inside. White, white nature, transparent, emptiness and appearance inseparable. And the red R at the throat center, and also inseparable of appearance and emptiness. And blue Hung at the heart center inside the body. So this, as I mentioned, the white Om symbolizes the wisdom nature of all the enlightened body. And red R is the enlightened speech of all enlightened beings. And blue Hung's enlightened mind, nature of the wisdom. This. Now, since we don't have much time, so we chant Om Ahum. From all these three, from the white Om, white light manifests, purifies all physical obscurations. Now, sickness, all this, and from the and negative karma of the body purifies. From the red light manifests, purifies all the obscurations, negative karma related to the speech. And you heal your speech. All your speech is nothing but wisdom and and like say echo. And from the Hung, blue light manifests, pervades your entire mind, purifies all the mental afflictions, realize the mind as the nature of the space, wisdom, unconfined. So this, we just purify all body, speech, mind together. Okay, we do this and we chant together the Om Ahum. Om Omo, 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 omo. So this is a purification for oneself. So doing this, purify our physical obscurations, negative karma, sickness, as well, um, speech, verbally obscurations, negative karmas, and then mentally, all the mental obscurations, all the mental afflictions, we got good opportunity to purify all this. So we meditate, we are fully purified. Now, next round, when we chant this mantra Om Ahum, from this now white Om, red blue hung, light radiate to all the 10 directions. First purify our environment, all the land, purify all. The earth is suffering so much. So purify out of love and compassion. Then from that light, white red blue light to radiate to all the sentient beings, inner sentient beings of the world, whole global, everyone, not only human beings, but even animals, birds, insects, their obscurations, physical, verbal, mental obscurations are purified, and they meditate, all their obscurations are fully purified, and they achieve the enlightened mind. So with this meditation, we chant the next round, the mantra. Om 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 Omo. 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 Oh. Now for the conclusion of meditation. First, the outer universe dissolve into sentient beings. All the sentient beings who are enlightened, free from all the confusion and suffering, they melt into light to dissolve into us. Ourselves, our body, now from the head to the top of the feet, dissolve into Hum, the three syllables. Then next, the Om dissolve, the white Om dissolved into red Ah. Red R dissolves into blue Hum. Blue Hum from the bottom upwards, slowly, gradually dissolve into emptiness. Oh, pervading emptiness, and that's your mind. There's nothing to hold on. Just meditate, is calm. Unconfined vastness of the mind, like the inner space is calm. So you just know all this grasping, fixations, or ego, all dissolve into that spacious nature. You just meditate, is calm, unconfined, or unfabricated nature. It's called as it is. You just relax the mind in that nature. This is the ultimate nature. All, as mentioned, interdependence are dissolved into that nature. Thank you. So you see, all your busy mind, he says, all this busy, your whole busy mind now dissolve into emptiness, you see. Busy mind is your mind. Emptiness is your mind, you see. Look at, you see. It's relative state, ultimate state, you see. That's your mind. Sometimes called pointing out instruction. So now you got it. Today, since we have not much time, so we just practice the Ahum together. When there's more time, then focus white Om, chant mantra. Focus on the red R, chant mantra. Focus on the blue Hum and chant mantra step by step. It takes like about half an hour, 1 hour, but we did it in a 10 minutes. Okay. 15 minutes we did it. Okay, wonderful. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you, Kenshin Law.
Thank you, Kenshin.
Yes, enjoy your life.
Thank you.
As always, Kanchana, thank you.
Yes.
See you
enjoy
next
your life.
Saturday.
Thank you, Kenshin.
Yes.
Thank you, Kenshin.
Yeah,
Thank
enjoy your weekend.
Enjoy. Have a good day.
Okay. Take care. Okay, bye-bye.
I have a question.
Bye.
Oh, man, before that,
Of
we have
his hand.
to dedication prayer.
Dedicate. Dedicate.
Yes.
Okay. Elizabeth, page.
Many people know this. Yes.
So glorious, holy, venerable, precious, kind, rooted in Islam.
Idam. Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, yogins, yoginis, and dakinis dwelling in the 10th direction. Please hear my prayer, collected 3 times by myself and all
Others.
Samsara and Nirvana. And the innate root of virtues result in good samsara, rebirth as a Sharavaka of particular Buddha. May all mother sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me and mine, obstacles who harm, misleading maras, and hordes of demons, experience happiness, be separated from suffering, and swiftly attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. By the power of this vast root virtue, may I benefit all beings through my body, speech, and mind. May the affliction of desire, hatred, ignorance, arrogance, and jealousy not arise in my mind. May the attachment to fame, reputation, wealth, honor, and concern for this life not arise for even a moment. May my mind still be moistened by loving kindness, compassion, and bodhicitta. And through that, may I become a spiritual master with good qualities equal to the infinity of space. May I gain supreme attainment of Mahamudra in this very life. May the torment of suffering not arise even at the time of my death. May I not die with the negative thoughts. May I not die confused by wrong view. May I not experience untimely death. May I die joyfully and happily in the great luminosity of the mind as such, and pervading clarity of Dharmata. May I, in any case, gain the supreme attainment of Mahamudra at the time of death or in the Bhardam. Nagarjuna's praise of interdependence within the treasury of Buddha's words. There's none so profound as this. And those who see that interdependent rising do see the Buddha. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, Kenshin.
Thank you, Kenshin.
Yes.
You.
Thank you so much, Kenshin.
Yes. Very good to see you all.
And thank you, Sister Tomo.
Yes. And someone was working very hard.
Is there an afternoon session?
No,
Okay.
afternoon is vacation. Oh.
Take a vacation with Roger Soccer this afternoon.
Yes, you just have a wonderful time. Relax. Thank you.